Hi everybody, this is Farouk, the founder of the website knowmyself.com, the website that gets 500,000 visits each month and that has got 10 million visits so far. In this video, I'll talk about one of the very important topics everyone asks about, which is building self-confidence. Sadly, one of the most misunderstood topics on the internet is building self-confidence. If you try to search for tips for becoming self-confident or how to build self-confidence on Google, you'll end up with inferior advice such as, say I like myself out loud. The problem with repeating a statement such as I like myself out loud every day is that your subconscious mind would never be able to accept a belief without a solid proof is provided. For example, if you stood in front of the mirror and kept saying I like myself, subconscious mind would reply saying, how come you like yourself or you don't even know how to approach a stranger? So you can't fool yourself into believing into something without providing a solid proof. That's why this advice would never work. The second advice you might have come across, which is repeat affirmations. Say I am confident, I'm becoming confident every day, and things like that. A psychological experiment was done to find whether that works or not by bringing some people, dividing them into two groups. The first group already had a high self-esteem or high self-confidence, while the second group had a low self-confidence. Both groups were asked to repeat the same affirmations. I am confident, I'm becoming confident every day. And after a while, after the experiment was done, the second group felt much worse, and the first group, who were already confident, felt even better. Do you know why did that happen? Because the first group were reminding themselves of facts that they already know about, and that's why they felt good. While the second group were trying to fool themselves, their subconscious minds felt that they are trying to deceive themselves, and that's why they ended up feeling guilty. Of course, they didn't understand that they were feeling bad because of guilt, but they just found themselves feeling bad. So, affirmations would never work if your subconscious mind felt that you are trying to deceive it. And since you lack self-confidence, you can't tell yourself something that like, I am confident or I am becoming confident every day. That's nonsense. The third advice you might have come across, which is accepting yourself. But the people who say that advice don't understand that acceptance can hardly happen if the thing that you are trying to accept can be changed. For example, you can accept the death of a loved one because you know that this can't be reversed. But you can't accept the fact that you have a large belly simply because you know that if you work out, you get rid of it. If you try to accept yourself that way, your subconscious mind will reply back telling you, hey you lazy boy, why don't you go up and do some working out? Why don't you try to change this instead of trying to accept it? So before you use the acceptance weapon, which is a double-edged sword, make sure that you are trying to accept things that can't be changed. If it can't be changed, then you will be able to accept it. If not, then you will be fooling yourself and you wouldn't feel confident. So how to build self-confidence? What can you do in order to become confident? I get lots of mails from people or from readers of the website who tell me, Farouk, I have no self-confidence. I don't have any self-confidence. And usually I reply back telling those people, there's no such a thing as a total lack of self-confidence. But self-confidence is divided into fields. If you are currently browsing the internet and watching this video, then this means that you are confident in your ability to use a computer and to browse the internet, but you might not be confident in your ability to speak in front of a crowd. So the first thing you need to do in order to build self-confidence is to determine or to find out the field that you lack self-confidence at, and then work on improving that field. So how would I feel confident, or how can I feel confident in a certain field? If you drive a car, and if you have done that 100 times before, you would never feel anxious whenever you try to drive a car because you are 100% sure of your abilities to drive a car. Do you know what anxiety is all about? Anxiety is all about finding yourself in a situation that you are not sure of your abilities to handle it. You're not sure that your current abilities will enable you to face that situation or to pass through it safely. If you want to reduce this anxiety and feel confident in every situation, then you must find out the skills that you lack in these situations and learn them. That's why self-confidence building takes time. That's why it can't happen overnight, and that's why lying on the bed and saying I'm confident every day would never do anything to your self-confidence. Let's suppose that you lack self-confidence in approaching strangers. In this case, you have to find out the missing skills that you lack. Most probably you'll find that these skills are the ability to start a conversation, how to choose the right words, how to use the right body language. Keep on learning the missing skills and you will become confident whenever you face this situation once again. Of course, it will take some time, but in the end, once you master these skills, you'll find yourself 100% confident while doing that. The other point is, do you know what that is? That's a car key. But what if you have never seen this before? What if you have never seen this car key before and someone came and told you, hey, you know what? That's a device that can be used to communicate with the outer space. In such a case, you might believe him. Do you know why did you believe him? Because you don't know what's that. If you have seen that before, or if you were sure that this is a car key, you would reply telling him, come on man, this is a car key and I've used it before, so your words are not right. the same things happen when you are trying to build self-confidence. Some people fool you into believing that you are someone else. Some people try to fool you into believing that you are inadequate, that you are worthless, that you are not confident, that you are incompetent. And you believe them just because you don't know your real abilities and real skills. In order to prevent people from brainwashing you and from telling you things about you that are not true, you have to document your strengths and weaknesses. You have to understand the extent of your powers. You have to understand what you can do and what you really can do, so that when someone tells you something that doesn't match your beliefs about yourself, you simply discard it and say that this is not true. Just like you said that this is a car key and not a device that is used to communicate with the outer space. Some people send me messages telling me, Farouk, I have no strengths, I have no points of strength. What can I do? Develop them. Find out things that you can do and improve them. Learn new skills. Teach yourself how to become more powerful. Self-confidence is not about repeating affirmations or accepting yourself. It's about reaching the self that allows you to be proud of yourself. And once you reach this point, the words people say to you will never affect you. And by the way, people will never come to you and tell you, hey, come on, you are inadequate or you are worthless. They never say it directly, but they act in a certain way that makes you conclude it. You just conclude that you are worthless from the way they deal with you. And that's why you must prevent this from happening by knowing your real strengths and abilities. One other important topic that I want to talk about is false beliefs. Do you know why elephants never escape from the circus? Even though elephants are very powerful, an elephant can destroy the circus and escape. Why doesn't the elephant attempt to escape inside the circus? Is it happy there? Of course it's not. So let me tell you what do they do to elephants, and that's a real story. They bring the elephant, tie a big iron ball to its feet, and then allow it to escape. The elephant keeps trying, but it can't because of the big iron ball that's tied to its leg. As soon as the elephant stops trying, they remove the iron ball, and the elephant never attempts to escape until the end of its life. So the elephant stays trapped for years and years, even though if it tried only once more, it will be able to escape. Do you know what does this mean? You can't bring a powerful person and steal his power, but instead, you can convince him that he is weak. The same thing happened to you. Some people convinced you that you are incompetent. Some people convinced you that you are worthless. Some people convinced you that you can't do a certain thing. And you acquired this false belief and believe that this is the reality, while in fact, it's just a false belief that if changed, you'll find yourself doing things that you are really proud of and you will become self-confident. False beliefs are a big topic, but in simple words, you can get over a false belief by questioning it. If someone told you that you can't do something, don't just accept the fact. Don't just say, okay, go, try. If you failed, try once again. If you failed, go and learn the missing skills, and then try once again until you will succeed. And then you'll find yourself not accepting false belief coming you from the outside world. And false beliefs, by the way, are one of the most common reasons for lack of self-confidence. If someone believes that he is a loser, for example, he would never be able to build self-confidence unless he gets rid of that false belief. One final topic I want to talk about is being judged by others. Some people send me mails and tell me, Farouk, someone told me that I'm worthless, that I look ugly, that I'm incompetent, that I'm a loser, that I'm a failure, and I really feel bad. Okay, let me first ask you a question. Who is the person who knows the most about you? Your best friend? Most probably your best friend who has spent 5 years with you knows everything about you? No, he's not your best friend. It's your mom or your dad. They've raised you up, they know about you, they know a lot about you, they know everything about you, they know how you think, they know everything else about you. So, are they the people who know you the most? No. Who is the person who knows everything about you, exactly from the start to the end? It's you. You are the only person who knows everything about your beliefs, your mind, your thoughts, your dreams, your goals, everything. How come you allow someone who has just met you for 10 minutes to judge you and to tell you that you are a loser, and then you accept it and go home and feel bad? How come you allow someone who knows 10 minutes of your life judge you and tell you that you are not something while you already have been with yourself since you were born? You are the only person who has got access to the complete information about you, and you are the only one who is allowed to judge yourself, simply because you are the only one who has the complete information. Even if you have a twin brother who have lived with you since you were born, he doesn't know everything about you because simply you don't say everything that's in your mind. You just reveal to people a certain part of you. But the full picture, the only person who has the full picture is you. So never allow someone to judge you because you are the only person who knows everything about you. That's the end of this video today. If you want to know more information, just visit my website, www.toknowmyself.com, and I hope this video was useful.